sometimes people have what it takes, but they haven't recognized it yet. Just go forward. So what do you need to do? How do you stand out? So what you need to do is be that person that's different and is bigger than you think. Rise from the ashes and fly like the phoenixes that you are. Welcome. Hello, everybody. My name is Andrew David. This is Blake Newbar's partner program in the High Performance Call. So we do these every day, Monday through Friday, noon Eastern time. My goal in them, many of you have already heard this, but the goal, if I get my microphone in front of me, is to help grow personally, mentally, physically, emotionally, and grow your business as well while you're doing it, right? Looking to give some type of spark, some type of inspiration, some type of comment or nugget, something that you can grab a hold of and work with. Now, I was sitting down and talking with Blake, and he and I are connecting to tomorrow. We're going to meet up, he and I and Ace. You guys saw hopefully on that on the High Performance Call. So we're all getting together tomorrow night. We sit down, have steaks. I told him first I apologize for bugging him so much about how he eats his steaks, and then I told him I'm never really going to stop bugging him about it. So anyway, we're all going to get together and sit and talk. And I was thinking about some of the content, some of the training that I do here. We're coming up on a year of calls that I've been doing, these high performance calls. So on average, we'll say 5 days a week. I know there's some days where I'll miss a day here or there due to travel or whatever reason, but on average about 5 days a week for a year, right? So over 200, now we're probably at about 230, 240 of these calls. There's a lot of content, and I know I've repeated some stuff, but there is a tendency as you're starting a business to try and do everything and try and understand everything and try and learn everything and try and apply everything. And when you're doing that together with work and life and family, and we're saying, hey, you need to go exercise and you need to start to meditate and you should do some affirmations and you should read, you should go listen to some podcasts. You should try to find a way to get some mentors. You should mentor someone else. You should express your gratitude. You should create a gratitude journal. You should connect with a friend or family member. You should stay away from some friends and family members. You should eat this. You shouldn't eat that. Like over and over, like the amount of information that has come to you guys, because I'm just thinking about the amount of information that I've consumed in trying to prepare it, should at some point or another overwhelm you, right? Not like it can, it should. If you're trying to consume it, it absolutely is going to happen. So I want to give you a couple of things. I want you to be able to filter this. I want you to understand that everything that I give you, especially some of you guys that may be a little bit newer and some of you guys that have been around for months and months now, understand, ladies and gentlemen, that overwhelm is part of life. It's not like this is the first time you've experienced it, and it's not like this is going to be the last time that you're experiencing it. It's also not necessary to understand everything, to do everything that I give you. Now, some of you guys are doing pretty damn well as far as applying and growing and, trying to push yourselves. The key to that is going to be just not comparing yourself to other people, right? You're going to be able to achieve a lot. But if you spend the time going, where should I be? Well, so-and-so did this, and this person's doing that, and this person already did. You're never going to get anywhere. So a couple of key points, a couple of things I want to throw at you guys here. The problem that many high-level entrepreneurs have is not what should I do? Because you got a lot of stuff that you should do. The problem are more about what should I not do? And this is what happens. We get intoxicated by choices. Okay. I've talked about this before. I don't drink. I've never been intoxicated in my life, not by alcohol or some other substance, but by choices, by indecision. Absolutely. Right. Drunk on overwhelm. That's something that I've experienced, and I've experienced it because I know that I'm capable of more. And so I push and I try and grab, and you see all of the threads of the fabric of life and realities and what may be possible if you were to simply go down a certain pathway, and then where it branches and where it branches and where it would branch. And if you're trying to wonder what I'm thinking about, just imagine one of those moments where you've been sitting quietly and you've allowed you see something and it leads to a thought. that leads to another thought, that leads to another one. And just 2 to 5 minutes later, someone turns to you and says, Curtis, what are you thinking about? You just kind of been sitting there zoned out for a while. And you turn and look. And ladies, this happens oftentimes, I think, more with guys. I know it happens with women as well, but obviously I have a man's mind. And so I know pretty intimately how my mind works. And those moments where you go, what are you thinking about? And the guy says nothing, or they say, you wouldn't get it. What they really mean is the line of thought that they went through logically or illogically to get to where they are would boggle the mind, and you would look at us like we're crazy. But all of us do that because we get intoxicated by choices. So how do you deal with that? How do you sober up, as it were, and make the choices you need to that will get you moving, and avoid making choices that will slow you down? Okay. A couple of things, guys. And it's really simple. And I'm going to tell you it's simple, and I'm going to give you some simple things to do. And a lot of you are going to try and complicate it because that's what we're used to. We like complicated things. Here's what you need to do. You need to become more self-aware. You need to figure out who you are, what you believe in, what you want to believe in. It's not based off of it. It's a culmination of everything that you've thought, everything that you've done. All of that adds up to a part of it. But in my mind, it's much more what you think now, the actions that you will take into the future, and the future desires that you have that you're willing to work for. Become self-aware. Next, set your goals. Write them down, create a vision board, tell someone, don't tell someone, I don't care. Set your goals and be clear about them. Next is define the tasks that will get you there. So if you're struggling to create the tasks, if you're struggling to define the tasks that are going to help you achieve your goals, and there's things that you can do here, all of the other things that supplement this, all of the things that stand up as foundational support to these things, we can put them in. Well, if I don't know how to finish the tasks, what do? Well, you find a mentor, you outsource, you reach out for help, you pray, you do whatever you need to do to get those tasks done. That's what you do. Next, take care of yourself and others. Now, some people may say, well, I don't want to take care of myself before I take care of others. That's greedy. That's selfish. I don't care if you believe me or not. I think it's selfish if you try and take care of others before you take care of yourself, because then you're giving them less than what you're capable of. If you're not healthy mentally, emotionally, and physically, then the piece of you that you're trying to give to someone else to help them is inefficient at best, detrimental at worst. Take care of yourself first. If you need to get in shape, get in shape. And quit complaining about it. If you need to eat better, eat better. If you need therapy, get therapy. Do what you need to do. Next, live with gratitude and ambition. The meek shall inherit the earth. Be thou humble, all of these things. You can be grateful for what you have and still want to achieve more. You can be grateful for what you have and still have a desire to do and create and become more than you currently are. Multiply your talents, live up to your potential. And you're only going to be able to live up to your potential when you become self-aware enough to know that you have it. Next, get to work. Quit delaying the work because you're scared of the outcome. Just get to it. Start it. If I'm clear on my goals and I'm clear on my tasks, then I can get to work as opposed to getting bogged down with the other stuff. And next, just find ways to enjoy the ride. Because otherwise it will be a long and dreary road. There's going to be hardships, but you've got to enjoy the ride. Find some ways to do that. Be grateful in what you've got. That's it. If you come to the point where you need to make a choice and it doesn't align with those things, then it's a no. or it's a no, not now. Right? Because that's okay. Hey, I'd love to do that. I can't right now until this is done. So let's talk in a few months. Right? And then you'll get a few months down the road and you'll either recognize this is the perfect moment to go with that next thing, or you never really needed it to begin with. Guys, quit getting drunk on choices. Decide what it is that you need to do for yourself and then go out and make it happen. Right? I am going to continue to overwhelm with content. There will continuously be new things to study, to learn, to apply, to grow with. I'm going to review some of the stuff that I've done over and over and over again because, damn it, it's so important. The moment that you feel you're a little overwhelmed or that there's too many choices, sit down, look at that list and go, okay, where do I need to trim the fat? What are the important things that he's discussing right now that can help me at this moment? What do I need to pay attention to so I can take care of what I need to today to get me where I need to be tomorrow? And that's it. Come to these calls not necessarily saying, what else can I learn? But I need one nugget. I just need one thing that's going to help make this other thing that I'm working on better. And man, if you listen to it, then that's why when you go to church, when you're or wherever you're going, church, meditation, you're studying science, whatever it is, that's why when you go and your heart is open saying, I need something, I need to learn something, you're able to pick something up because it sinks in because your heart, your mind, your soul is open and ready to learn. And you don't need to learn everything. You just need to learn what's most important for you. Because what Nancy's going to pick up is going to be different than Sally. It's going to be different than Michael. It's going to be different than Hartley. It's going to be different than Rick. Everybody's going to be a little bit different because your life in this moment is different than everybody else's. So go out, don't get drunk on choices, decide what you need to do, become self-aware, and then make stuff happen. On that note, everybody go out, have an amazing day. Rise up from the ashes, fly like the phoenix that you are. Love you. We'll talk with you guys soon. I'll be back on tomorrow, same time.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Sometimes people have what it takes, but they haven't recognized it yet. Just go forward. So what do you need to do? How do you stand out? So what you need to do is be that person that's different and is bigger than you think. Rise from the ashes and fly like the phoenixes that you